In Luke 9, verse 23, Jesus issues a radical command. If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. This statement shocked his disciples, as the cross symbolized shame and execution under Roman rule. Jesus redefined discipleship, not as power or prestige, but as daily surrender. Historically, crosses were tools of torture, making this call a profound metaphor for embracing sacrifice. This verse remains Christianity's cornerstone, challenging believers to prioritize Christ above all. Today, taking up your cross manifests in enduring life's hardships with faith. For a single parent working 3 jobs, their cross is relentless fatigue. For the cancer patient undergoing chemotherapy, it's physical suffering. Studies show 38% of believers cite health crises as their heaviest cross, like Simon of Cyrene, forced to carry Jesus' cross, Mark 15:21. These burdens often feel imposed. Yet, theologians argue such trials refine character. Paul called his thorn a messenger of Satan that cultivated humility, 2 Corinthians 12:7. Advocating for marginalized groups often becomes a modern cross. Martin Luther King Jr. referenced Luke 9:23 when describing civil rights activism as carrying the cross of protest. Today, Christians defending refugees or opposing racism face backlash. Pew Research notes 32% of activist believers experience hostility. This mirrors early Christians persecuted for challenging Roman inequality. The cross here represents enduring criticism to fulfill Micah 6:8. Act justly, love mercy. Ethical stands, like boycotting unethical corporations, become daily crosses when profits are sacrificed for principles. Depression and anxiety are contemporary crosses often carried in silence. 1 in 5 Christians report mental health struggles, according to Lifeway research. Biblical figures like Elijah, 1 Kings 19:4, and Jeremiah 20:14-18 exemplify this. Their laments show faith isn't immunity from despair. Therapists emphasize that seeking help aligns with Proverbs 12:25. Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. Medication and counseling can be tools for carrying this cross, not signs of weak faith. The Church increasingly recognizes mental health as a modern wilderness where God meets sufferers. Galatians 6:2 commands believers to carry each other's burdens, transforming solitary crosses into shared missions. Meal trains for grieving families, addiction recovery groups, and prison ministries embody this. Research by Barna Group shows 67% of churchgoers cite practical help as their most meaningful faith experience. The early church modeled this. Acts 4:32 describes sharing possessions so there were no needy persons. Small acts, texting an isolated friend, or babysitting for overwhelmed parents, become modern Simon of Cyrene moments, easing others' crosses through tangible love. Workplace discrimination tests modern cross-bearers. A 2023 Harvard study found 29% of American Christians face bias for expressing faith at work. Like Daniel serving pagan kings yet refusing to compromise, Daniel 6, believers navigate secular spaces with quiet integrity. This cross involves turning the other cheek when mocked for abstaining from office parties due to religious convictions. In 12 countries where Christianity is illegal, this cross escalates to life-threatening risks. Open Doors reports 360 million face persecution annually. Yet Jesus promised blessings for such faithfulness. Matthew 5:11-12. Mother Teresa called small loving acts the cross in every day. Serving ungrateful relatives, caring for special needs children, or cleaning church toilets exemplify this. Jesus modeled washing feet, John 13:14, a task reserved for slaves. Psychologists confirm such service boosts resilience. A Journal of Happiness Studies paper linked volunteerism to 22% lower depression rates. These crosses lack glamour, but cultivate Christ-like character. The widow's mite, Mark 12:41-44, shows God values unseen sacrifices. For many, daily crosses are monotonous, changing diapers or visiting lonely seniors, yet eternally significant. For 245 million Christians worldwide, World Watch List 2023, cross-bearing means imprisonment or death. In North Korea, possessing a Bible carries a 15-year sentence. Eritrean believers worship in underground caves. Yet testimonies from Voice of the Martyrs show these saints often radiate joy, echoing Acts 5:41, where apostles rejoiced, worthy to suffer. Modern martyrs like the 21 Coptic Christians beheaded by ISIS in 2015 embodied Jesus' call literally. Their faithfulness challenges comfortable Christianity, reminding us that the cross precedes resurrection, both spiritually and for some, physically. Romans 8:18 declares present suffering not worth comparing to future glory. The cross was Christ's path to resurrection, and ours. Counseling sessions that heal marriages, rehabilitated addicts mentoring others, and persecuted churches growing underground, all witness to life after crucifixion. Archaeologists confirm first-century Christians etched crosses beside graffiti of the Phoenix, symbolizing rebirth. This hope sustained Corrie ten Boom in Nazi camps and comforts terminal patients today. Easter morning's empty tomb guarantees our crosses, whether cancer or persecution, are temporary. As dawn follows night, resurrection follows the cross. 2 millennia later, Jesus' call remains unchanged. A 2023 Barna poll found 58% of Christians feel unready to take up their cross, fearing the cost. Yet Dietrich Bonhoeffer countered, "When Christ calls a man, he bids him come and die, to self-interest, comfort, and fear." The Korean church's growth under persecution proves crosses bear eternal fruit. As the credits roll, viewers confront their own cross. Forgiving an abuser? Leaving a lucrative but unethical job? The invitation isn't to misery but freedom. As C.S. Lewis wrote, "Lose your life and you will save it." The path still leads to Calvary, but beyond it, resurrection.